My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack by Scientology. They are driving parasites through my biology from a remote location. I can also hear their voices. They're extremely hostile, demeaning. They keep threatening me and my family. They are premeditating our deaths. So there is more space in the universe than humans can see. There are 11 dimensions. And there is another place within the particle itself. They call it the inverse. We have biology in this other place. We utilize this biology to have an afterlife. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this biology before we die. They remove it from themselves, and they utilize technology and techniques to turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle. This technology allows them to do several things. First, it allows them to drive their upper dimensionals. Then it allows them to create a hive mind. They interface this technology with their neural tissue and their nervous system. And they link themselves into a computer system. From there, they can communicate with each other and interact with each other in a digital landscape. They can even have sexual relations with each other from a remote location. This technology also allows them the ability to create surrogates so they can drive other people's biology. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms in any dimension. This technology artificially stimulates neural tissue and it elevates neurochemistry. A large percentage of the people practicing Scientology are criminals. It has become a criminal enterprise. So they are conditioned to remove body parts for a living. That's all they do. They remove body parts from organisms and they stick stuff inside of us. Kidnapping, human trafficking, biological theft, home invasion, invasion of privacy, stalking, assault with deadly weapons, weapons of mass destruction, biological warfare, destruction of private property, torture, rape, murder. It is all these people do for a living. There's an entanglement property between our third dimension and our upper dimensions. Even if it's removed from us, no matter how far away it is from us, we still experience that biology. Like it never leaves us. Say you take your upper dimensions and you put them somewhere else, and then you come back down here to the third dimension and you stick something inside of us. It shows up in their upper dimensions. I'm being tortured at the moment. They're driving something through my tympanic. It's an object or a worm or something through my temple, causing me dysfunction. I'm losing brain function. My left side is blind, going blind. They're trying to body snatch me. This started 13 years ago. Somebody forced me to assimilate into a hive mind. I was a political activist on Facebook. I wrote literature a lot. I'm a Class A personality. I have a genius level IQ. People decided to assimilate me in an attempt to get close to my psychology. They were attracted to my intelligence. It's turned into intellectual property theft. They started stealing my works. I wrote Crazy Bird comics. I wrote the Environment Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency, Alien Bob, Bug Bob, several others. Then it turned into biological theft. They started stealing neural tissue for transplant purposes and for surrogate purposes. They wanted the ability to create for themselves. Now it's turned into a snuff film. They torture me constantly. They like to drive worms through my biology in all dimensions. They like to stick stuff inside of my brain and my organs. And they do something what's called locking it out of entropy, which makes it fall through space time. That means you can't access it anymore. You can't move it. It's stuck in that location. These people claim to be affiliated with companies called Preservision, Yumas, and the Lizard Company. They are Scientology companies. So you are still in your biology even if it's removed from you. If you remove your upper dimensions and you take them far away, you still are in that biology, especially brain tissue and nervous system tissue. They have a storage system where they put everybody's brain tissue. They stick them inside of a box, they wire it up to a machine, and they put it in a storage system. One of them looks like a big machine with little pods all over it. Some of them look like a giant wall with computer screens. So now they are trying to destroy part of my biology in an attempt to merge me with another human being. It's not possible. Our third dimensions are the outer layer of our biology. Our extra dimensions are inside of the particle itself. So the particles that we consist of, our inverse biology is inside of those particles. We are the whole thing, no matter if it gets chopped to pieces and moved to different places of the universe. You're breaking the law, being yelled at us. We can and we will. You're breaking the law. They're doing the same thing to my animal. Very sick. Okay, babies. They like to stick foreign objects in us, make us suffer. These people are delusional, psychotic, irritable. They have addictive behavior. They're jealous and petty, machoistic, greedy. Victim shaming. I was kidnapped. Y'all could invade my mind space to get to witness the way a genius functions. Y'all made a lot of money off of it. You're trying to steal my intellectual property, stealing my biology. You're trying to come up with some false narrative in which says it's my fault. You people have low IQs. You're stupid. People among the living understand reality. If I've done something wrong, then indict me. Due process of the law. You can't go around killing people. They take surrogates for a living, steal biologies, exploit people. You're stupid. It doesn't make sense. No, you can't. You are committing crimes. You are breaking the law. These people are half brains. They have my biology in a million pieces. Some of them is at a location getting tortured. I said there's an entanglement property. It's as if that biology never leaves us, even no matter how far away it is. So if they remove my inverse and take it somewhere else, and they come down here and stick something in me, it shows up in my inverse. Same thing happens in the opposite. If they stick something in my inverse, it shows up down here throughout the whole spectrum. See, Scientologists like to cleave their biology every 3 dimensions. They wind up with 4 biologies in total, counting their third. These people are crackheads. They are artificially stimulating neural tissue. If you run electricity through a neuron, it stimulates neurochemical metabolism. It elevates neurochemistry. Neurochemicals like dopamine and norepinephrine get elevated. On top of that, it appears they are abusing substances. It has led to extremely addictive behavior, and they are conditioned to do body parts for a living. It has turned into a violent torture fest. You're breaking the law. you're lying and you're breaking the law. They're trying to come up with some false narrative, which I've done something wrong that validates their violent behavior towards me. First of all, it's false, and second of all, they can't judge, jury, and execution us. They are half particles. The law applies to the whole thing. Follow the Constitution of the United States of America. You are in America. Get away from me. You're still doing it. It's getting worse and worse. Leave my animals alone. We are sick. Get away from me. Now, these people are keeping the extra dimension for themselves. They are trying to game the system to ensure that they have access to the upper dimensions, but everybody else doesn't. It's turned into a criminal enterprise. No, you deserve to have a whole biology. You deserve to not to have foreign enemies in this country. You function better when your biology is whole. You function better and you process energy better. It's about consumption. Then, if you stay healthy your whole life, you have a chance at an afterlife. They are killing everybody. The afterlife is hell. They take everybody's biology that comes off of this planet for surrogate purposes. This has all happened within the last 60 years. Before that, people were safe. Biological theft has become rampant. They kidnap people for surrogate purposes and exploit them. People with influence, power, or authority, or just people they find attractive. They want to turn you into a surrogate or force you to practice Scientology. They got to have people with authority in a hive mind so they can manipulate their behavior. Says he wants me off my biology. I have rights. I do. You are a foreign enemy, foreign and domestic enemy. You are standing on Earth, driving an upper dimensional organism, stealing biologies from people, torturing people, murdering people. The government has allowed a bunch of rich people to read my mind and get rich off of it. It's enlightening. Go to school. See, I'm fixing to lose it. No, I do not wish for the Navy to commandeer my biology. They're the ones doing it. The Navy is Scientology. Everybody put my biology down. Put it somewhere safe and leave me alone. You're breaking the law. Not only have they invaded my mind space, practiced Scientology on me, mutilated my biology, stole intellectual property, stole my extra dimensional biology. They're going to try to steal this biology, my third. Then they're going to try to steal my belongings, commit identity theft. This is a money making scheme for these people. I'm very dizzy. The left side of my brain is being assaulted. I've never done anything wrong. It's a false narrative. The due process of the law. You can't put your hands on me. This is illegal. It's all after the fact. Petty drug use. They say they see the future, but everybody keeps dying. You didn't let me up there. You kidnapped me. You removed body parts for surrogate purposes and for transplant purposes. These people are disgusting. They take their upper dimensionals and they modify them. They use body parts from other organisms to modify themselves. They create lizard people, insectoids, alien forms, worm people, all using body parts from other organisms. They are transplant specialists. Yes, they are creating the aliens. The aliens that people talk about. It is humans. They are Scientologists. They worship the alien form. They worship aliens in outer space. It is themselves. Yes, they also use body parts from other humans to modify their own biologies. Some of these people have like 5 spleens and extra brain pieces. What they're doing to my biology. Yes, I'm very sick. The whole left side of my head hurts. Experiencing dysfunction. Yes, they're elevating neurochemistry. They have extremely addictive behaviors. They are psychotic and delusional. Plus, they are conditioned to do body parts for a living, to remove body parts from other organisms and stick it to themselves or create surrogates with it. And they are criminal. So, this is a money making scheme for Obama, Facebook, and Microsoft, and Google. It's Obama, Facebook, Microsoft, and Google, and a bunch of government officials and the military. Stop modifying my biology. One said he can does do whatever he wants to. He's God. He's not God. He's another Scientologist. The longer people are in the upper dimensions, the more they grow, the more they expand. So they become big compared to us. I do not consent. I do not consent to you modifying my biology. You're breaking the law. Now they're threatening me with jail. They just locked my biology out of entropy. One of them, pettiness. If they can't have it, they don't want you to have it either. These people are artificially stimulating neural tissue and they're abusing substances. I do not wish to be assimilated into a machine. And you too. They're responsible for the coronavirus. They have killed hundreds of millions of people. They are responsible for school shootings, terrorist attacks. They destroy our property, our environment. I'm feeling sick. You're lying. You're breaking the law. It's Obama's house. You're breaking the law. Leave my animals alone. They're doing the same thing to my animals. They have murdered family members. They have murdered two family members recently. Leave my animals alone. In their infinite wisdom, they still don't know how biologies function. They have been taught that body parts can be removed. They can't be. Organisms, they try to be whole. They want to be one object. They don't want to be modified. You don't need to lose body parts. We have so many nerve connections and so many microtubules running through our biology. You can't remove body parts and put them back together and expect them to function properly. It's just the microtubules is what gets can't be done. I'm part native and part Caucasian. Feeling very sick. The human biology can create an alien form. Aliens are just humanoids. They fly through outer space. They modify their biologies and they look different. Most of these upper dimensional organisms are hideous. They look like they've been skint. You can see their muscle tissue and their tendons, their nervous fibers. The human genome produces an Anunnaki. We are 11 dimensional organisms with a myelin sheath and a cap on our head, a head, a head covering. It's made out of a keratin material. Yes, they can make it have horns. We are designed this way so we can survive the extremities of outer space. Humans are supposed to die and go to outer space. Scientology, Scientologists take this Anunnaki, remove it from us, and chop it to pieces. They like to use or lizard body parts, and insect body parts, and frog body parts. They like to use body parts from other organisms to modify your biology, to make you somewhat whole again, so you can actually function a little bit. Scientologists are sick. They don't function well. Body parts are not made to be removed. No, they're not. You are conditioned to practice Scientology, which is literally removing body parts from people. You are conditioned to do this. You are experiencing cognitive dissonance. You're trying to justify in your mind your behavior, the way you think.